Is there any economic correlation between that intervention of supplying Nigerians palliatives and the current inflation?
Right. If you ask me, honestly, the CBN governor is thinking that there is much more money in the circulation, and that bring credit to what actually said. Now let's break it down. Now federal government has got more money in this administration. If you look at it, because of fuel subsidy removal, floating of naira, custom duty, tariff increase, this has bringing more money to government coffers. So because of that, now the FAC allocation now increased from maybe 600 billion to about 1.2 1.1 trillion. Now the state government are now having much money. Now there's a difference between state government and private sector. Now private sector does not have money. Federal government is having money, and that's where he's bringing his facts from. You recall during a Emefiele period, they intervene what they are not supposed to intervene. Like Ankoboroa, where we have agricultural organization, when we have a Bank of Industry, CBN dosing out money. Too bad. So for me, I think I agree with him, because there is other things you are supposed to do. For someone like me as an economist, I don't support you giving people direct a palliative, because in the long run it be negative. It wouldn't have helped people. Look at in Nigeria, for instance, we have MSME, employing over 85% of Nigerians. Do you know what that simply means? That means those people are supposed to be concentrated on, and even the GDP, MSME contribute over 50%. That simply means those even big company need MSME to serve them. So in the long run, I think Nigerians should focus on creating enabling environment, empowering MSME, especially our manufacturing sector. You recall that at a point, manufacturing sector said that they don't have, they have unsold. You know what simply means to have unsold? That means you have produced and nobody is buying, because Nigeria does not have purchasing power. And expectedly, I expect government to come in and say, okay, where are those commodities? Let us buy those commodities, so as to empower this manufacturing sector to continue in business. Now they are in double problem. The MPR, which is interest rate, is very, very high. They cannot go to bank to borrow. The one they are also producing, they don't have anybody to buy. So I agree with Cardoso, but in as much as I'm agreeing with him, he should also look at that MPR. He should tarry a bit and stop increasing the MPC should stop increasing the inflation.
Let's talk about that as well, right? Because there was much of a delay in constituting the Monetary Policy Committee of the current CBN, led by Oluyemi Cardoso. And once that was done, its March meeting was when they decided that the MPC would increase the interest rate to 24.7% from 22.7%.
Right.
This is one of the moves that he says would actively tackle inflation. I see you nodding your head in disapproval.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be counterproductive, because immediately that March they increased about 400 basis, and the second one is about 200 basis. Now the problem now is that it's going to give us a future problem. And what's the problem? Once you increase MPR, that means you are discouraging people from investment. You may be thinking you are attracting the global, but the local is very, very important. So you are discouraging them from investment. And when you don't invest, it should bring about unemployment. When there's unemployment, you remember what it could bring to Nigeria. So for me, I think it's a very wrong time for them to keep increasing the, for me, I was thinking they will leave it at that level and work on other tools.